I definitely want everyone in here to tell me if you're not sure, right? But let's look at it real quick. Remember what I told you, I don't really care so much about your answer, right, as your understanding. Now, does everybody agree I'm adding 2, right?
Yeah.
So this is going to be 5, right? If I add x, 1 plus 1/4 is 1 1/4 or 5/4. So I'm going to write this down. 5/4 x equals 5. Anybody have a problem with that? Everybody should be able to tell me 1 plus 1/4. That's embarrassing not to know 1 plus 1/4 is 5/4. And if you don't know, I'm perfectly fine with drawing a picture and showing you. Anybody have any issues with that?
Yeah. Can you show me how it's 5/4?
No, 1 plus 1/4, Oliver, all right, is 5/4. All right. Now multiply by the reciprocal. All right, we're doing 4/5.
Yeah.
4/5. All right, so x is equal to 4. Simple as that. So give yourself credit if you got 4 for number 1. Honestly, that's pretty good. All right, pretty good. All right, now we're checking out number 2. We have a proportion. Anytime we have a proportion, we just say what? Cross multiply. So everybody should be able to say 3 parentheses x plus 1 equals 2 parentheses x minus 1. All right, anybody have an issue with that? Anybody have an issue with that? All right, now we're going to distribute. When we distribute, you end up with 3x plus 3 equals 2x minus 2. Moving things around, subtracting 2x gives me x. Subtracting 3 gives me what? -5. Correct answer, A. All right, come on, guys. I'm okay with you patting yourself on the back. These are high school questions. All right, yes. Yeah, I'm totally fine with that. I want to see your work though. You with me? There's shortcuts. I'm not arguing with you. All right, but I want to see your work. All right. Again, let me say, when you take the SAT questions or the word problem test, I don't care about the work as much as I care about seeing your thought process. Does everybody understand that, right? You don't, if you just circled 4, you're not getting credit for it. All right. Hopefully you understand that. What? Shh.
Oh, if you like, I know this probably the best way to do it, but I've plugged in each of them.
Yes, I'm okay with that. I don't want you doing that. You know what I mean? Because that means you're not as good at solving the equations as you should be. All right. Some of them I'm going to say that's okay for. Okay. Come on, Oliver, make it good because I don't have time.
I thought on the place high school placement.
Doesn't matter. Number 3, here we go. The ratio. Now, some of you guys right here, all right, some of you guys right here didn't recognize this is just a proportion written in a different way. So I really want you to just say this is 0.5 over x is equal to 1.5 over 2.25. That's how I want everybody to write that down. It's just a different way of seeing the same proportion. And then when we cross multiply, of course, 1.5x is equal to 1.125, if I'm not mistaken. Everybody good with that?
Mhm.
And then when you cross or when you divide, x is equal to, I believe it was 0.75.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody's good. All right. So again, hopefully you're 3 for 3, 2 for 3, 1 for 3, 0, 3. I don't really care. All right. Look at these. They're not that hard. They're not that hard. All right. And if you're sitting there going, man, I can't do any of them, you got to raise your hand and let me help you. All right. Because you will be seeing these again on Friday. All right. Now, the next one, finally, we got to something a little bit tricky here.
Yeah.
All right. Everyone should have a little trouble with this. All right. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to show you the quick way to do this. What do I do?
Divide everything by 4.
You are amazing. Wow. Hold up with that. I did not expect that to come out of your mouth. That was really good. Really good. So now watch what he said. He's saying, wow, I recognize this piece right over here is hidden in here. So he just said, what if I just divide this by 4? If I divide this by 4 and I divide this by 4? What's 8ax divided by 4? 2ax. What is 4 divided by 4? Minus 1. 24 divided by 4? 6. There you have it. 2ax minus 1 is 6. All right, now that's for the advanced student. That would be for the advanced student who wants to think like that. All right, I'm not expecting you at this moment in time to say, well, that was so, it's not obvious. I'm expecting you on the Friday, you might look for these little tricks. All right, but right now what I want to do is I want to show you how most people do this. 8ax minus 4 equals 24. Add 4 to both sides. 8ax equals 28. Divide both sides by 8. So you could say ax equals 28 divided by 8, which of course is 7/2. All right. And if you wanted to, you could say, well, that is 3.5. So ax equals 3.5. Does everybody agree with that? Just consider ax like x. That's all you have to do. Now I know what ax is. I can take ax and multiply it by 2. What's 3.5 times 2? Minus 1. And there you have it. It's a nice problem. Very nice. All right. So listen, I'm hoping you were 3 for 4. All right. If you were 4 for 4, you probably make an A on the test. All right. Good thinking. All right. Now I'm going to pause and I'm going to you to flip the page. Does everybody agree? I really would like the variable to be positive. So in my mind, in my eyes, I moved the 21/8 over here and I moved the z over here. Is everybody okay with that? That way the variable is what? Positive. And if I move the 21/8 over to the left side, it's just 21/8. Does everybody agree with that? Now, again, this is 1z, right? So 5/2 minus 1, you really don't need a calculator for that. I'm hoping you can say 1 is 2/2. So 5/2 minus 2/2 is what? 3/2z. Now, please let me explain the fraction if you're not sure about that. Does anybody have any issues with that fraction? Anybody? And now we just have to multiply by the what? Multiply by the reciprocal, which is what? What's the reciprocal, guys?
2/3.
2/3. All right. Now, Oliver, what do I do with the 3 and the 21?
Cancel.
To a what?
7. 2/1 7/8.
And then 2 becomes a
2 becomes 1.
8 becomes a exactly.
7/4.
Z equals 7/4. Give yourself a check on that. If you want, of course, Oliver is telling you that you could have written in 1.75 if you want. All right, I'm totally good with that. Come on, guys. I don't think that's that bad. All right. Now, who's asked me about number 6? Go. What am I doing? Right. And that would be, and then, and get. So is A the right answer? Wow, nice. They do that on the essay. They do that on the SAT a bunch. ACT, a lot of standardized tests, they try to misdirect you, give you something easy, and then you have to make sure that you answer the right questions. Everybody understanding that? So if you circled A equals -7, did you really know the answer?
No.
Well, you didn't get the right answer, but you knew the answer. Right? I knew, everybody here knows X equals -7, but you didn't answer the right question. So obviously -7 plus 8 is 1. And they always seem to put the wrong answer in front of the correct answer, or before, I should say. Is everybody with me on that?
Mhm.
All right, please don't fall for that on the test on Friday. Make sure you answer the right question. All right, now, number 7.
So first do minus 10.
Right, exactly.
You get negative, 1 over 2, A is equal to negative 4.
And then what?
You do the reciprocal,
And A equals,
negative 2.
uh-oh. Half of what is -4?
Uh,
Half of what
Oh.
is,
negative 8.
yeah, that's all right, man.
I
It's
didn't
okay.
know that.
It's okay. Listen, I'm not even caring if you made a careless mistake, right? That's why I say, please show me your work. All right, if you do that, then you say this, I just go, you just made a silly mistake. That's all. And you get credit, most of credit. All right, these are tricky. They're high school questions. I personally go, and how can a high school kid not know that? But obviously some don't. All right, so that's why I'm saying just show your work. If you just circle your answer and just put -2 with no work, I'm not giving you any credit.
Can you, I don't, like, I didn't mention that, right, I feel like somewhere.
Yeah, you know what? But you're smart, right? You should be able to solve that equation. I would like for you to just say 1/2 A. Here's how I think it should be solved, right? Even though I know you're good at your mental math now. I prefer that you just say 1/2 A equals -4, A equals -8. That's not that hard. You with me? It's really not. All right. That's what I'm hoping everybody in here is doing. Okay. Number 8.
What is the sum of this solution to equation 12? X equals 12.
So what does X equal?
In that case, 1.5 or 12 over 8.
12 over 8. And then that reduces to what?
That reduces to 3 over 2.
Yes. All right. So then what was Y?
And Y. And Y was, the Y was 6.
Yes.
It's 6 plus 1.5 equals 7 and 1/2. So it would be,
Yeah. Guys, how are we doing on that? I don't think that was that bad, right? Tell me.
I had it, oh,
You got it now. I figured it out. All right.
I did 22.
Yep. Again, guys, I just don't think that's that bad. All right. Hopefully you're checking yourself out, giving yourself, looking at saying, hey man, I'm 7 out of 8. I'm 6 out of 8. I made a couple careless mistakes. All right. Now let's have at it. 9 through 13. Chop chop. 9 through 13.